Hello my friends, I'm Eric, welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing our journey through Supernatural with episode 7 of season 2. So last time around we had a bit of a conflict at the end with Joe and Ellen. And the boys, of course. Apparently Ellen has trust issues when it comes to the Winchesters because of her husband died whilst on a job together with John. John screwed up, according to her, and what was his name? William? Something W. Joe's dad died, anyway. And I don't know. I don't think we can know what happened. John obviously felt bad about it because he never went back to see them again. But at the same time, did he really screw up? Or was it just something unfortunate? I don't know. It's hard to tell. The only one who knows, really, is John. And he's not around to ask anymore, unfortunately. I did enjoy the episode that we got to... Joe seems like she could be a neat asset, although she is very unexperienced at this point. I'm not sure, but I think that was the first hunt she's been on. I'm not sure about that, but I get that feeling at least. So, episode 7, huh? That's we're this, with this episode, we'll be a third of the way through the season already. We're trucking along at a good pace, I feel. And I really am having a great time with this. I really, really enjoy mythology and folklore and old tales and stuff. So this is right in my wheelhouse. And it's fun. I don't know if I've really seen the approach that they're taking here in Supernatural. I'm wondering if it's partly due to budget, but things seem more human than in most other things. And I wonder if that's probably on purpose. Both because of budget, but also it makes sense in the context of the story that it's more believable that things would be very close to human, not fantastical. Because if it was very fantastical, then it would not have been able to last for very long because it would be obvious. If you look like Nosferatu in the old movies from the 20s, I think, 1920s, I think. If you look like that, then you can't blend in. And they would go extinct, these monsters. So I like the approach that they're taking with the more human-like monsters. But anyways, episode 7. Let's get into it, shall we? Before we start, as always, I just want to mention that I do have a Patreon. Link is available in the description down below. On my Patreon, you will find full episode reactions. They are not edited down like here on YouTube. So if that's something you're interested in, then do check it out. I'm also planning on... I haven't succeeded in doing it yet, but I'm planning on trying to get a couple of weeks ahead on Patreon compared to where YouTube is at. So if that's something that interests you, again, if you want to, check it out. But enough about that, let's get into the episode. Here we go. I'm so happy to be back watching it.
I gotta call you back.
What's going on here?
Credit card fraud, breaking and entering, grave desecration. Then we get a fax from St. Louis, where you're suspected.
Oh no. Oh no, this is Dean he's talking about. This is Dean he's talking to.
I gotta tell you something. You look pretty healthy to me.
This seems in medias res, right? This is...
Going somewhere, Sam?
Okay, color me massively intrigued. And now we're gonna go back in time and find out how we got to this point. No? We're not going back in time yet?
And you're holding us why?
Well, he's being held on suspicion of murder. And you? We'll see.
Accessory, I guess.
You can't just hold us here without formal charges.
Well, actually, we can for 48 hours,
Yeah.
but you being a pre-law student...
48 hours at least.
Your mother died when you were a baby. Your father's whereabouts are unknown.
Yeah.
After she died, you fell off the grid, left behind everything.
So I'm taking a road trip with my brother.
How's that going for you?
Yeah, it's going great.
We saw the second largest ball of twine in the continental U.S.
Ooh, very impressive.
We ran Dean's fingerprints through APHIS.
Okay.
Got over a dozen possible hits.
See, is she gonna take the cup? No, I mean, she doesn't need to sneak his prints somehow.
Your fault Dean's your brother.
One thing, this is interesting because, let me think for a second. We have never really gotten to see this side of the equation, really. Like, there was a tiny hint of it in that episode with the shapeshifter in season 1, but it's never really been addressed because these guys live outside the law. They have to with what they do. They have to. They can't work according to the same rules that everyone else in society abides by. They can't obey them. But at the same time, they leave behind stuff. And with red tape and bureaucracy being what it is, it of course will take time. But yeah, I mean, they do leave traces of themselves where they've been. Like I'm sure there's tons of footage of them on like CCTV, security cameras and stuff. But it's never really featured because it feels like they never return to the same place. But if they get held up and stop for a moment, then things might catch up with them in a very bad way. I like this approach. I like this angle, shall we say, is more correct the word. That we are finally addressing the kind of elephant in the room that, like, none of their actions have real world consequences, which they should have, because they kind of do leave behind a trail of dead bodies. I mean, they don't cause the dead bodies, except in the case of like vampires and stuff. Yeah, I like this. I like this angle. I like it a lot. Let's find out more.
Right now, detectives in St. Louis are exhuming a corpse. They're trying to figure out how your brother faked his own death.
Yeah, look into that corpse very thoroughly, why don't you? You might find something quite unnatural about it.
We just need you to fill in some missing pieces.
Yeah, we can fill you in, but, like, you will not believe it. There is no way.
My dad and Tony Giles were old friends.
Now we're going back.
We were in the service together.
Back in time to find out how we got here.
His throat was slit, but the room was clean. Huh. Security cameras failed to capture footage of the assailant.
I'm Mulder. You're a redheaded woman.
So...
No, you're kind of Scully, Dean.
He called and said that he was having computer troubles and that he had to work late.
Oh, computer troubles because of flickering lights and stuff. Electric disturbances.
Yeah, like strange. You don't care and weird.
You're kind of inappropriate, Dean.
He had a nightmare the day before he died, but a woman standing at the foot of the bed, and he blinked, she was gone.
That's not... That sounds promising for us.
What the hell difference does it make what she looked like?
Well, I mean, could be that, like, you could argue that it's important what she looks like because it might be an enemy, someone he has wronged in his past, the lawyer, who has come back to kill him, you know? Like, as in, did he have any enemies?
Trying to help you here, but you have got to be honest with me.
You don't want him to be honest with you, because you're not going to believe it.
Look, it was wrong to enter a crime scene, but she gave us the key.
They are so good at lying, man. I love it. So convincing.
Throat slit so deep, part of his spinal cord was visible.
That's deep.
Vengeful spirit? Underlying vengeful?
Yeah, maybe. Dana Schultz. What's that? The name?
Is it an anagram? Because, like, why would you say Dana Schultz? There was no, like, there was no spaces. It was just like letters. You just assume it's Dana. Okay, maybe, okay, never mind. I guess it is in that order, at least.
There's not a single mention of a Dana Schultz anywhere. There's not a D Schultz, or any other kind of friggin' Schultz.
Great.
I mean, it could be Dan. Could be DA, as in District Attorney. And then something following that, but...
Let's get to, hang out.
I think that's gonna be the thing. That's why they can't figure it out, because they just assume that it's Dana, because that is a name.
Again, see if she knows anything about this Dana Schultz, huh?
Great.
It does sound like a name.
Kill anyone.
I heard the 911 call. Karen was terrified. She said someone was in the house.
Yeah, someone was, or something was. And Dean was there to try and save her, but failed. But like, it's so clear and obvious how it looks like to outsiders. Yeah, there she is.
It's 421 Clinton Avenue. Please, can you... Hello?
Yeah. Flickering lights, we know what that means. Oh, I'm gonna say Dana Schultz, Dana Schultz, Dana Schultz. See, I'm doing it too because I don't know any other way to say it. You're too late, Dean. It's very unfortunate, but that's life. And police. So we are dealing with a ghost, right? Because flickering lights and apparitions.
Freeze. Stay on your knees.
Oh, this looks so bad. I mean, this has to be something that all hunters have to deal with, right?
You getting anywhere with him?
No. Just a lot of wise-ass remarks.
Yeah.
Sam's story matches Dean's to the last detail.
That's not good.
Well, these guys are good. I give them that.
Because that means it's rehearsed.
We got Dean at the crime scene with blood on his hands.
So?
Juries have convicted for less.
Yeah, that's true, though.
You talk about reasonable doubt.
Diana, do you have reasonable doubt?
You should. Because the only thing you can prove is that Dean was there after she was dead.
This Dean guy is our guy.
You're so wrong, dude.
I know Tony Giles was a friend of yours.
Yeah, he must. He was a defense lawyer, for God's sakes. Of course he knew criminal types. Come here.
Oh, that's not very professional. Unless they're married, I guess. Or dating. Or, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'm wrong. Who cares?
Maybe it's not a name.
Exactly.
Anagram?
I like how they're separate, but they're thinking the same way.
Mr. Winchester?
Yeah.
Jeff Krause.
Hi, Jeff.
With the Public Defender's Office.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was it.
Oh, thank God. I'm saved.
Mr. Winchester? What are you doing?
He's working.
See if you recognize any of these words, you know?
Do you understand how serious these charges
He really does not care.
Ashland is a street name.
Can you get in to see my brother?
Mr. Winchester? Ollie here.
Hey, thanks for the law review, Matlock.
Oh, Dean. He's so wonderfully irreverent. That's my favorite part of his personality. You're in trouble now. Is she or... No, it's probably not her. It's probably the other guy, the partner, because he knew the guy who died. He knew the lawyer, or he was good friends.
But I'd like to discuss your case now.
Sure thing, Matlock.
Your boy decided to confess.
Mr. Winchester, I would advise against that strongly.
He's playing them. He's just making a scene.
I'm an Aquarius. I enjoy sunsets, long walks on the...
Yeah, exactly like this.
But our working theory is that we're looking for some kind of vengeful spirit.
Excuse me?
Now, sometimes the spirits, they get things jumbled. You remember Red Rum?
Yeah.
We thought this was a name, Dana Schultz. But now, we think it's a street.
Yeah, she knows.
Ashland.
She knows. She saw Dana Schultz show up.
Bastard. Tony and Karen were good people.
Yeah, you
Making
know them.
Jokes.
I'm not joking, Ponch.
Hey, dude.
Pete, that is enough!
That is very unprofessional.
What the hell?
See ya.
Hilton McQueen? What is that?
Hilt's is Steve McQueen's character in The Great Escape.
Oh, so that's why Dean pulled all the attention to him so Sam could escape and left a message. That is clever. I really like that. Because, like with Matlock, they have like an internal... Each of them know what the other one's talking about. They speak the same language. Oh, yeah, there she is. You gained an ally, Dean.
They're capable of killing people.
Oh, yes. Very much so. Oh, yeah. Now he knows.
It wasn't there before.
You've seen it, haven't you? You think you're going crazy. But let's skip that part, shall we?
Yeah, we're running out of time.
You need to go to Sam. He'll help. Now, you can arrest him if you want. Or you can let him save your life.
That's very brave of you, Dean. To risk it like this.
He showed up after you saw it?
Yeah, I guess.
But then again, like, it makes sense because that's what they do. They save people.
Been researching every girl who's ever died or gone missing from Ashland Street.
How'd you get those?
Dude, not the problem. Not the problem right now. That's not where you should be focusing. Yeah, there she is. Right?
I mean, why would she come after me?
Well, before her death, she was arrested twice.
By your partner.
Well, we got assault and burn her bones. It's the only way to put her spirit to rest.
Of course it is.
Yes, of course it is. Just roll with it, lady. Don't get bogged down in the details. Maybe the lawyer's wife was innocent, but I'm guessing that the lawyer and Pete is involved because he made such a stink about being... They made a deal out of being friends, Pete and the lawyer. Because there has to be a connection somehow. The spirit is taking revenge on people who wronged her. And that's why the spirit is going after this woman, this cop, because she is connected to Pete.
Sam! Sam!
Did she attack you?
No.
No.
No, she was just like reaching out to me.
Yeah, she wants help. Yeah, there's the sup.
If Claire's body was here, that would indicate that?
Yeah, well, that's the
Possibly. She in the wall. Another episode with things in the walls.
This is bothering me.
Well, you are digging up a corpse.
No, that's just business as usual.
It's pretty poor for the course, actually.
Yeah.
Then what?
So why the hell would Claire lead us to her remains? It doesn't make any sense.
Because the spirit wants justice. Wants to right wrongs. Fine. Oh, that's gonna be a clue.
It's rare. It was custom made over on Carson Street.
Oh yeah?
I have one just like it.
Yeah.
Pete gave it to me.
I knew it. I knew he was involved. Like maybe she was an informant or something.
She's a death omen.
Excuse
Okay.
me?
Claire's not killing anyone. Detective, how much do you know about your partner?
Whoever did it would need someone to fence their product.
Somebody like Claire.
Yeah. How's the lawyer connected though?
So I'm being extradited to St. Louis, huh?
No, you're not. He's taking you out to kill you.
That's for me yourself, 800 miles at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, that makes no sense. And Dean knows it doesn't make sense.
This can't be good.
No, dude, it's not.
You're not gonna make it to St. Louis. You're gonna die trying to escape.
Yes, unfortunate accident, I'm sure.
Or maybe you do.
Pete! Put the gun down.
Diana? It wasn't my fault. Claire was gonna turn me in. I had no choice.
Yeah.
Tony scrubbed the money, then he got skittish, and then he wanted to come clean. It was a mess. I had to clean it up.
And then thankfully, some people showed up that he could put the blame on.
This Dean kid's a friggin' gift. We can pin the whole thing on him.
I recognize her. That's a big bang.
Yeah, why don't you buy me another necklace, you ass?
Oh, she's from The Exorcist, isn't she? It's time for justice, dude. Okay, guess not. Linda something, I think. Blair. Right?
The death omen Claire. What happens to her now?
It should be over.
Yeah, justice is served.
I can't help you. Unless I just happened to turn my back and he walked away.
Yeah. But it's not good because they're still alive. Which means that they might be get hunted more times.
Listen, you need to watch your back. They're going to be looking for both of you right now.
Exactly.
Get out of here.
That is very concerning to me.
Does she look familiar to you?
No, why?
Anyway, are you hungry?
No.
Man, for some reason I could really go for some pea soup.
Yeah, it was Linda Blair from The Exorcist. I freaking knew it. Very nice reference, dude. I appreciate that. Freaking Dean, man. So, that was episode 7. And that was awesome. I really like these. Same with this episode as the previous episode with where law enforcement was involved. I like. That was like the shapeshifter, so that was long ago. But still, I like these episodes that show a more complete picture. Because, like, you get the sense that normally the boys, like, they roll into town. They lie and cheat, lie and defraud their way to the information they need. Raise hell, they infiltrate or break into places and then just take care of whatever issue is there and then get out fast before the authorities catch up, kinda, because they work slower, because they have to obey the laws and rules. And I like it when the authorities catch up and they have to make this decision, like with the cannibal redneck or hillbilly hunters. Same there. Like I like the contrast shown. Like I of course don't know for sure what if they leave behind messes, but it feels like they would be leaving behind messes. Like in the case of with Gordon, who was just decapitating people left and right. Like the vampires, they don't just disappear. Like the Striga, the doctor, that thing kind of just melted away and was just a piece of cloth left, a cloak left. But in the case of vampires, for instance, we've seen that they don't disappear. You have a body left behind. And in the case of the shapeshifter, like in many cases, there is fallout to the actions of hunters. And I like exploring that aspect of the world. I also really like that we got a guest star in the form of, I think her name is Linda Blair, the girl from The Exorcist. It is remarkable how much she looks the same, even though it's been so long since The Exorcist. But she is like a horror icon because of how big The Exorcist was and still is. What a landmark it was. And I really like that they got her to guest star. I wasn't paying attention to the introduction, like the start. I wasn't paying attention to the names where they show guest stars and stuff. But I knew I had seen her somewhere before. This was a good episode. I like it. And I am excited and concerned for what this will bring for the future, because this means that they know Dean is alive and he's wanted. And Sam is also missing and maybe not wanted, but he's definitely a person of interest that they want to get hold of and talk to. So I am looking forward to future episodes that are focusing on this aspect of the story. And I wonder how it will get resolved in the end. If it ever will, or if this is just going to be something that they will have to deal with from now on. The fact that they are wanted. But that is for another day. For today, I am finished. So I thank you very much for joining me. Drop your comments down below. Subscribe to the channel. Stick around if you want to. And hopefully I will see you in the next video. Peace out.